afternoon show, which is a little unusual for me. Not super unusual. It's a good show today. Very excited to be in front of everybody, offering some important news that hopefully will help you grow your business. I'm Albert Steed, Chief Nerd at Advanced Computer Solutions. Here today from Florida, still packing. You can tell by all the boxes around me. See, boxes, get it? That's what we used to call those. So let's get started. I got a great little article for my manufacturers. Of course, I always have to put my little spin on everything. Yes, indeed. The SBA opens up a $50 million in manufacturing grants. So the money you gave to the federal government is now coming back to you, and you have to spend a bunch of money and energy and time to get it back. I hope it's all worth it. Grants range from $25,000 to $500,000. It's called the U.S. Small Business Administration's Manufacturing Growth Fund Grant Program. I'll say that again so my voice doesn't crack over it. Manufacturing Growth Fund Grant Program, making $50 million available. It is for workforce training, equipment modernization, and production technology upgrades. You have to have 500 or fewer employees. So this is everybody that we work with. So if you're sitting out there listening to this, take a look. Get on the old SBA gravy train and get those upgrades in there. The SBA's Manufacturing Growth Fund is part of a broader federal push to strengthen domestic manufacturing. Well, amen and hallelujah to that. We do need to do that. I think we can make it easier. But if we have to, we've got to start somewhere. 25 to 500,000, 50 million total pool. Let's see. U.S.-based manufacturers with 500 or fewer operating for at least 2 years. You have to have been in business for 2 years. The application window is from June 2nd, so that started 2 days ago, through July 15th. You've got 43 days left to get it done. Funds must be used within 18 months of the award. This is a grant, not a loan, and not a loan guarantee, which the SBA is famous for in my world. Is they don't actually do much to help you other than maybe they put you in debt. So I love ripping on the SBA. Let's see. No strings attached grant, but you got to meet the requirements. So yeah, I mean, I put these out here so that I can help my clients. Oh, I forgot to do the salute. Salute all these clients. Love you. With growing. That's what we try to do here. And if you can't find this or whatever, I can try and link. Oh, here it is. sba.gov/manufacturing-growth-fund. So there's the URL. They finally put a URL out there. sba.gov/manufacturing-growth-fund. And that's where you can start your process. Getting your grant put together and hopefully getting some money to upgrade your manufacturing facility. We're off. Getting lots done today. Grants. Next big story. ChatGPT team plan got 10 times more storage for the same price. I don't know if you knew this, that GPT could hold files for you. And it grew a lot from 5 gig to 50 gig. So you could, I mean, I wouldn't do this, but you could use it to store a lot of files on there. Here's where this gets really wonky is if you throw a file up there and you don't have it backed up, don't plan on it being there the next day, because I wouldn't trust GPT to keep that thing from getting wiped out from one day to the next. But if you are in a project and you want to throw a bunch of files in there and you want GPT to work with them, that's what it's there for. It is there for being able to read your files, use them on a day-to-day basis during a project. But please, please, please don't just use that as your primary storage. It's not going to get backed up, guaranteed. Yeah, so you can go and use it for things like shared knowledge. So you want your team to know something about a process. We throw the process up there, and then the team chat can then query that process, and you can chat with it and ask it questions. So if you've got a question about how do I do this, and that's outlined in that process document, instead of having to dig through the process document, you can just ask GPT, how do we do this? And it will answer it for you. It might make up some stuff. What I find is in situations like this, GPT and other AIs, if they know they've got a source document, they tend not to go too crazy into making things up. So that's a good thing. It's the $20 per user account plan that's getting this. So that's pretty affordable, I'd say. All right, well that's good. Copilot, Copilot news, Copilot actions. What are the Copilot actions? So this is our next news article. Copilot actions in Teams auto assigns tasks after every meeting. Well, rolling out the Copilot capability in Teams this week called Actions, which automatically generates meeting recaps and drafts follow-up emails and creates assigned tasks. I love, love, love that they draft emails. The last thing anybody wants is another email. But what's crazy is these chatbots and these AIs are natively chat, and Microsoft's got Teams. And you would think that they would develop some way of getting something in front of you that doesn't involve an email, because this, to me, is just another email that's just going to get buried. So it generates an email and creates assigned tasks. Now, assigned tasks in Planner might be the way to go, right? So instead of another email sitting in your inbox, if you work from Planner, you're going to have tasks in there. I don't know anybody who actually uses Planner. I've tried. It's very convoluted, very not intuitive. We have so many other tools that do what it does. I don't know. Microsoft has been rolling out Copilot features in waves. This is like part of the third wave, I believe. So yeah, you're going to be able to get a meeting done. You're going to be able to have it generate a bunch of to-dos out of the meeting. And of course, the meeting agenda, which I think most everybody's familiar with. Meeting agenda, very nice feature, very handy. If you're not familiar with it, it gives you a recap of a meeting. It listens to the meeting, comes up with what the meeting was about. It builds an outline. It's very good, very handy, and it's built in with your Microsoft 365 standard account. So that's good too. And the business premium. So yeah, this thing does a little math. If you've got a 5-person team, you have 3 meetings a day, and it takes 15 minutes to manually write what happened. That's 45 minutes of time per day that you're freeing up. And it does. I've used it for sales meetings. It's very, very good to have a AI agent in there taking notes for you. How many action items from your last meetings actually got done? Well, if it goes into an email and gets in your inbox, or if you're using a thing like Microsoft Planner, more of it might get done. So that's good. Keep your business running better. This is part of the world that I've been trying to get my head wrapped around, which is, what is Copilot? And Copilot really isn't an LLM. It really truly is just a layer of suites and apps and integrations that sits on top of an LLM. And there's no one place to find all of this, which is really frustrating as well. They say you can get to a chat and it'll, I suppose, guide you through what's available, but I find the chats are often out of date too. So yeah, Microsoft Copilot, still a mess, but new features are getting added every day in waves. Next article from QuickBooks. QuickBooks Desktop 2023. I'm going to keep ranting on this until we get to the end of July. Congratulations. You only got a little under 2 more months of me talking about QuickBooks 2023. It dies July 31st. Payroll and bank feeds go with it. So plan on replacing it. Don't sit on it. 57 days from today, you're going to need new QuickBooks. And every time you do a QuickBooks upgrade, anything can happen. So don't do it at the last minute, especially if you got a payroll sitting out there. Next big article, Windows 11 June update is blue screening Intel 12th and 13th gen PCs on Wake. Look, you guys, this is a recurring theme. We're going to keep talking about it probably forever. We have to send Windows updates out. We have to. If we don't, you're going to get cracked. You're going to get hacked. You're going to have a bad day. Unfortunately, these updates break things quite consistently. This is the fourth, fifth show in a row where we talk about a Windows update breaking something. And it's impossible for us to know everything that's going to break before it goes out, because that doesn't make any sense. It has to go out. But for security patches, we don't delay very long on those because they're typically an existential threat to your business. So this one is blue screens, machines coming from a wake-up mode, running the 12th generation Alder Lake and the 13th generation Raptor Lake processors. These are most common CPU generations in business laptops. They were if the laptop was purchased between 2022 and 2024. So that's, if your computer crashed, that's what's going on. Our team, I don't know how to fix it right off the top of my head. I haven't even looked at it. I just read these news articles so I can let you know what's going on, so that if it happens, you're not super surprised, and just let you know that we can fix it. It's never the end of the world. Let's see if they've got steps that you can fix it here. Not really. So this is not meant to be a very technical podcast, so I'm not going to dive too deep in it, even if they did. So, but if a computer wakes up from a blue screen from a sleep mode, let us know. We'll get on it. We'll get it fixed. It'll be fine. Your data's still there. That's the big thing. All right, on to the quick hits. IRS text scam called Tollmite, Tollmite, targets small business owners. The June 16th tax deadline. The phishing campaign sending fake IRS e-file confirmation texts. Hey guys, the IRS is not going to text you. Don't do it. Don't respond. Let's see. Microsoft 365 Business chat rollout replacing classic Teams interface. Uh-oh. Chat rollout. Microsoft's Copilot 2 update rollout this week automatically replaces the classic Teams chat panel with the new business chat. Nobody ever likes that. Change things. Nobody likes it. Usually it's changed for the worse from Microsoft. I got to get more positive on Microsoft, I suppose. But that's coming. Get ready. If you're using the Copilot chat, it's going to change. Be aware. Probably won't break anything. We'll hope. Well, that's today's show. I am getting ready to ship my cars. The guy did not show up yesterday. Kind of a funny story. He sent me a picture of his truck, not his truck, but his drive shaft of his truck on the ground. So we'll see if he makes it today. That he would happen today. So I'm excited to see my cars go back over. Well, I hope you guys all have a good day. We will see everybody soon, maybe even tomorrow. Bye-bye.